हरे कृष्ण। बड़ो कृपा कोइले कृष्ण आद मेरा प्रति लागिया नीले हेता परो ये बेगति कोइले कृष्ण आद मेरा प्रति लागिया नीले हेता परो ये बेगति आखे की तू कार्य तब ये अनुमाने नाहे के नो आनी बेना ये उग्र स्थाने ये तू कार्य तब ये अनुमाने नाहे के नो आनी बेना राजस्तमगुणे रासबाई अच्छन्या वासुदेव कथा रुचि नहे से प्रसन्न राजस्तमगुणे वासुदेव कथा नहे से प्रसन्न कबे जादी तब कृपा होए अहेतुकी सकल की संभव हो या तुम्हें से कौतुकी तबे जादू ही भावे भुजले तारा भुजे से रस एत कृपा करो प्रभु कोरि निज बस एत कृपा करो प्रभु कोरि निज बस तुम्हारा इच्छाय सब होय माया बस तुम्हारा इच्छाय नाश माया पारस तुम्हारा अब इच्छा है जाति तादेर उद्धारा बुझिबे निश्चय तबे कथा से तुम्हारा भगवतेर कथा से तब अवतारा धीर हैया सुने जादि काने बार बार भगवत शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृदयन्तस्तो हि अभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सताम् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी तदा रजस्तमो भावः कामलोभादयश्च ये एतैरनाविद्धम् स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्नमनसो भगवद्भक्तियोगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गस्य जायते भिद्यते हृदयग्रन्थिषु सर्वसंशयः क्रियन्ते चास्य कर्माणि दृष्ट एवात्मनीश्वरे रजस्तमोहते ताबे पायिबे निस्तारा हृदयेर्अभद्रसाबे घुचिबे ताहारा रज কি করে বুঝাবো কথা বড় সেই চাহি, ক্ষুদ্র আমি দীনহীন কোন শক্তি নাহি, কি করে ক্ষুদ্র আমি দীনহীন অথচ এনেছো প্রভু কথা বলিবারে, যে তোমার ইচ্ছা প্রভু করো এইবারে, অথচ अखिल जगत गुरु बचन से अमर, अलंकृत परिवार क्षमता तुम्हार। तब कृपा हले मोरा कथा शुद्ध हबे, किनिया सबर शोक दुख जे घुचिबे। आनिया छो यदि प्रभु हमारे नाचाते, नचाओ नचाओ प्रभु नचाओ से मते, आनिया छो यदि प्रभु हमारे नाचाते, नचाओ नचाओ प्रभु मते, कष्टेर पुतली जाथा नचाओ से मते, कष्टेर पुतली जाथा नचाओ से मते, भक्ति नाही वेदना ही नामे खूब डरो, भक्ति वेदांत नाम एबे सार्थक करो, भक्ति नाही खूब डरो, भक्ति वेदांत नाम सार्थक करो, बड़ो कृपा कैले कृष्ण अद मेरा प्रति, नीला गिया नीले हे था करो ये बेगति। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, जय प्रभुपाद, प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, 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 प्रभु जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 प्रभुपाद जय जय। नीताय गौरा हरि भाव, हरि भाव, हरि भाव, हरि भाव, निताय गौर Nitai Gaur, Hariman Nitai Gaur, Hariman Nitai Gaur, Hariman. ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणा अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नमाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कुंज बिहारी की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की श्री श्री गौर निताय की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्री बॉस्टन धाम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine उमज्ञान्तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातम् सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Welcome to our morning discussion on the topic of this very song, elaboration, explanation of this song, written by Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, our dear Prabhupada. This is entitled as Markini Bhagavad Dharma. That means Bhagavad Dharma preaching in the land of America. Prabhupada wrote this at Boston Harbor on September 18th, 1965. We know the background how Prabhupada born in 1896 to Gaur and Mother Rajani in Kolkata in a very pious Krishna conscious devotee family, and Gaur raised his son Abhay in a very Krishna conscious way. I wanted him to become a great devotee of Srimati Radharani. Every day he would invite at least four sadhus minimum to take prasadam. After they would take prasad, he would request them, please bless my Abhay that he becomes a great devotee of Srimati Radharani. In childhood, Prabhupada, while playing kite with his sister Bhavtarini, she would uh, try to, and he would try to raise it high in the sky. Sometimes difficult, so they would pray to Krishna. Oh Krishna, please make my kite fly sky high. like that. Prabhupada in the childhood only wanted Rath Yatra to be celebrated because he knew in Jagannath Puri every year Rath Yatra is celebrated. He was adamant. Father took him in the market. They did not get suitable small cart. Abhay started crying. So one lady said, "What's the problem?" Then father narrated. She said, "I have some cart. Check." Then they saw that was good enough. So they little bit repaired, painted, and there was nice Rath Yatra celebration for several days. It went on. The neighboring ladies they cooked nice foodstuffs. And the friends of Gormon, they said, "Hey, Gormon, what is this? You have wonderful Rath Yatra and you did not invite." Gormon, they said, "It is just the children's play, not for elders." So what? Not like that. It's for everyone. You should have invited us. So Abhay took lead in that. Abhay would go to Howrah station every now and then and check the trains going from Howrah to Puri. How much is the fare? And he was very curious, very eager. So Abhay had very nice samskaras, and especially in the college days, he was influenced by the uh, independent movement, independence movement of Gandhiji. He was wearing khadi. He did not go to take his degree also because Gandhiji said we should not accept anything from foreign countries. So he was devoted to Gandhi's mission. But then in 1922, he came across his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who convinced him that what is this? Mughals came, 800 years they ruled, they left. Then British, they have come, 100 years are over, very soon they will be out. But all time rulers for all living entities are their uncontrolled mind and senses. To get freedom from that, we need to spread this Krishna consciousness movement, as inaugurated by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna. This movement is supposed to spread all over the world, but it is hardly gone out of Bengal. Mm. Then you are a young educated man. Why don't you preach the message of Lord Chaitanya in English language all over the world? The Prabhupada was very influenced. That chapter is entitled in Lilamrita as a very nice saintly person, Haribhakti Handapur. And he convinced that only problem in this world is lack of Krishna consciousness, and only solution is Krishna consciousness. And Abhay took to that mission. He was Grahastha already, so he was wondering if only I was not Grahastha, not married, I would have immediately joined as a brahmachari and spread this mission. But then what to do? I have my duties towards wife, children. He was pharmacist. He went to Prayag. There he helped his god brothers in inauguration, in opening of Prayagraj Gaudiya Math. That's where he got initiated by Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur in 1933. Was given the name Abhay Charanarvinda Das. Second Diksha also he got there. And in 1936, for one day he had the fortune of attending Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur's Kartik Yatra, Roja Mandal Parikrama, with 10,000 devotees. Abhay got a very close association. That's where when the class was happening at Kosikala, from afternoon till evening 5 or so, 3 4 hours, very high level of philosophy. It was bouncing on heads of everyone. Prabhupada says when my spiritual master would speak, it would be difficult to understand. No matter which language he spoke, in Sanskrit, Bangla, or English, it was very high level. It is said that Shakespeare knew 36,000 words of English language because he was a poet, famous English poet, William Shakespeare. But Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur knew 50,000 words in English. He was far superior to Shakespeare also. If you want to know what was the English of Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, read the book Brahma Samhita. Then you'll get idea. One page, you'll need so much dictionary. Every paragraph, you'll need dictionary. Every line, literally, can't understand that English. Very high level. So it was difficult to understand. And then the organizer announced that Guru Maharaj is here. Uh, he will continue speaking on the subject matter. Then tomorrow is going to Mathura, and day after is leaving for his tour all over India for preaching. So those who wish could continue hearing this lecture. Otherwise, other option is nearby there is Sheshashai Vishnu Temple. Krishna enacted the pastime of claiming himself to be Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Then all the gopis challenge. What is this? You are saying that you are Vishnu. You are some ordinary boy. So then Krishna, this challenged him. So then he arranged in the pond there. There was a huge pond. So he had Ananta Shesh there and he lied on that nicely. But then there was no Lakshmi. So then Gopi said to Radharani, hey, Lakshmi is missing. You go there. So she also had to become humble. She went there and she started massaging his lotus feet. So that darshan is there. Those who wish could go there. At once, thousands of people got up, they left. Only some 10-15 people were remaining. In that, certainly, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj will be there. Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj, like right hand, left hand of Bhakti Thakur. The sound system in charge will be there. He cannot run away. And only one odd man out over there in white dhoti kurta with hair was Abhay Charana Arvinda Das, Srila Prabhupada. He thought, what will I go and see with fleshy eyeballs? I won't understand anything. Let me hear from my spiritual master sitting at his lotus feet. Then I will understand Krishna. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur noted this. And in Prayagraj temple opening, when this was before, so Prayagraj temple opening, when he was introduced, that his Abhay Charande, Guru Maharaj, Batulan Brahmachari was the president. He wants to take, he is very good fund collector because Prayagraj Gaudiya Math opening, Prabhupada was quite instrumental in that. He took these 3-4 brahmachari sannyasis to different friends of his who were businessmen in Prayagraj and requested them, please help this very noble cause of spreading Krishna consciousness through opening of the temple. Let us have this open, a temple opened. So they helped. So he is very good fund collector. He wishes to take initiation, get initiation from you. Could you please initiate him? Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all the introduction he said completely different only. He was introduced, Abhay Charande. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, I know him. He listens very attentively, doesn't go away. I have already decided to give him initiation. Exactly opposite of everything that Atulanand Brahmaji said. He is introducing his Abhay Charande. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, I already know him. And he said, he's a good fund collector. Bhaktivinoda Thakur did not touch upon that point. He said, I have seen he doesn't go away. He listens very attentively. And so, could you please initiate him? I have already decided to initiate him. So he was initiated then. And in Parikrama also, he was there in 1936. He got very few interactions with his Guru Maharaj, but then they were very powerful because Prabhupada was very humble and submissive disciple. He took that Guru Mukha Padma Vakya, Chittite Koriya Aikya. The instructions of Bhaktivinoda Thakur to his heart. There only in the this Vrajamandal Parikrama on the bank of Radhakund, when they are going in Parikrama around Radhakund, Bhaktivinoda Thakur informed Prabhupada how in new Bagh Bazar temple in Kolkata, there are brahmacharis and sannyasis who are fighting over the rooms, Ganga facing rooms. There was fight going on there. This is what happens if we are not absorbed in Krishna Bhakti. We will be looking for post position, Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, my heart is quite in pain. If only I could, I will pluck out the marble from this Bagh Bazar temple, sell it in the market. With the money obtained, print books and distribute them. Whenever you get money, print books. So this was second instruction Prabhupada got on the bank of Radhakund. So BBT is established. The cornerstone laying ceremony was done on the bank of Radhakund for Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. It's a very powerful place, the holiest of all holy places in the creation, Radhakund. The pond, personal pond of Srimati Radharani, where she would bathe. Anyway, Bhaktivinoda Thakur left body on 31st of December 1936. Prabhupada wanted, Prabhupada understood that I have to spread this mission. And he took the cause very seriously. In 1944, he established printing of Back to Godhead magazine. He happened to publish 1 or 2 books here and there. When man went to moon, that news came. Then Prabhupada printed Easy Journey to Other Planets. When he had to go to Japan for religious conference, he got The Light of Bhagavad published. But he could not go because he did not have any money only. He struggled in India, could not do much, a lot of failures in one sense. But Prabhupada never got discouraged. And then ultimately He was printing Bhagavatam also, first first canto in 3 volumes. So first volume, second volume, and then he decided I need to go to West because Indians are quite influenced by American culture. So I need to go. So then a lot of details are given. It was not so easy. He went to who will help him. Even Bhagavatam printing, which was much cheaper, was so difficult for him. Hanuman Poddar, the head of Gita Press in Gorakhpur, he helped Prabhupada. Mm. Somehow he got 3 volumes published. And for getting the ticket to West, free ticket he needed. He did not have money only. So he went to Bombay, met Sumati Moraji, the owner of Sindh Steamship Company, and requested her, please. First, to get meet her only, he had to wait outside the office for 5 hours. Waiting. And then ultimately that lady came to know through Mr. Choksi, her secretary, that one old man, sannyasi, is waiting to meet you. So she invited, and when he revealed his desire, she said, oh, Swamiji, America is very cold and you are very old. Means you will not survive. Don't go. She said, I'm like your daughter. I'm giving you good advice. So Prabhupada said, she did not know that Prabhupada was bold because he was told by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So he said, no, no, I need to go and all that. So she said, no, no, no. I'm like your daughter. Please listen to my advice. You will go after going there because you had not been there. You are so enthusiastic. After going there, you'll lament that why did you come to this foreign land where people are so sinful. There is hardly any vegetarian food available there. You will want to return then and you'll have difficulty. I'm telling you like your daughter. And Prabhupada said, if you are my daughter, then daughter should listen to father's instruction and desire. Then she understood he's bent upon. So she gave him a free passage on her cargo ship and also gave return journey ticket also. In Raurkela wise they have that. Very nice. I told them give me soft copy of that. So how Prabhupada had that ticket, on that it is written that return journey also, free passage on Jaladuta or some cargo ship of Sindh Steamship Company. So P form was required, Prabhupada got it done. He had Mr. Gopal, uh, Mr. Agarwal in Mathura, whom Prabhupada knew, and he said, my son is there in Butler, Pennsylvania. So Swamiji, if you go there, you can stay there. So Gopal was informed over there, the son, that some Swami is coming from India to stay there. Gopal had got such news from his father earlier also. Some Swamis wanted to go, something like that. But nobody turned up. So he knew that this Swami also won't turn up. It's difficult. But then Prabhupada was bored, and Prabhupada ultimately boarded on Jaladuta ship. That was on, I think, 13th August 1965. And just when he boarded only, he had a heart attack. He had seasickness, nausea, and severe heart attack. Then just very soon he had second heart attack. Prabhupada writes that if I had got third one, I would have died only. In two only, he was so much in pain. So he lied down on his bed in the cargo ship, and all the incarnations of the Lord appeared to him in the dream and said, Swami, you don't have any hesitation. Go ahead. Krishna said, I have made all arrangements for you. Go ahead. So then there was Janmashtami. Prabhupada celebrated it. What celebration? There were 4 crew members, Mr. Captain Pandya and his wife. So with 6 of them, he just told them some things about Krishna, Tattva and some pastimes. And at the end, Janmashtami feast, what is there? There is nothing there. He had one apple. He offered to Krishna, cut it into slices, offered to Krishna and gave them some slices. Next day was his appearance day. Mhm. Next day, that is Nandotsav. Next day of Janmashtami is Prabhupada appearance day. And the whole world doesn't know where this Swami is. On our birthday, we expect so many things, people to wish us and receive many gifts. And nowadays, people will keep their things on status also, Instagram, Facebook, this, that, all nonsense. You are nothing, but you want. Also, ego is always hungry for prestige, fame. So people try that. But Prabhupada very simple. Nothing. Nobody in the world knows whether the Swami is alive or dead. Few members had gone to King George Dock of Kolkata port, from where Jaladuta started. One or two acquaintances, and his son was there, Rundavan Chandra, and that's it. He had 40 rupees in his pocket. Hardly anybody knew the day he had one. I knew Prabhupada had before that gone to Chaitanya Math to seek blessings of Bhaktan Thakur to in his samadhi, and he had gone to Shantipur few times, praying to Advaita Acharya that by your strong desire and prayers, Lord Chaitanya from Golok Vrindavan manifested in this world. So I'm going to West, not easy thing. Nothing is there, all materialistic people, atheists. So how would I spread it? But then he had blessings of all the acharyas. So he was there, no one knew his birthday. And anyway, then on 18th September, he reached Boston Harbor. 13th August to 18th September. Around 38 days, and I think a little bit ahead he went. So it's a long journey. Once I traveled in India for 2 days, around 48 hours, with a gap of some 4 or 5 hours uh, somewhere in between, because it's a connecting train. And I felt, my God, I traveled so much, almost 48 hours, 2 days, like that. It was like a phenomenal, such a long journey. Generally, I would travel 24 hours. Kharagpur, I would go in 2003, at a 33 hours from Pune to Kharagpur, and like that. But this was the great thing. Once only it happened in life. So then, but then afterwards, thought came to mind: what is this? 48 hours, 2 days is nothing. And that's it's in the train. We had reservation in both the trains, like that. So hardly anything. But Prabhupada, 38 days travels. And where? On ship, in the sea, in the ocean. If you travel, anybody has traveled? Travel means not some boat travel, In my childhood, I had gone in 10th class, 1993. My father had taken me to Bombay. There is one caves, I think, Ajanta Vellore or something like that. So that was just 45 minutes or 1 hour in the sea. That land is there, island kind of. Some seeing some sculptures there, and then coming back. So that is nothing. When you go deep in the sea, then there is sickness, nausea, and many other difficulties. Prabhupada had 2 heart attacks also. And then when he reached Boston Harbor, he wrote this song. This is his entry point. And this is a very important day, 18th September 1965, in the history of the creation, in one sense. Why? Because one person told many years later, he was not devotee then, but then afterwards he became a devotee. When he became devotee, he read Prabhupada books. So he was eager to know about Prabhupada, so he happened to read, I think, that small version of uh, Lilamrit, Prabhupada book. So then there when he saw this date, September 18th, 1965, he was shocked. This is the day this Swami landed in America. This is very important day in the history of America, because it had so happened that in America he was in an army or navy or something like that, uh, ex-serviceman. So they had a meeting, a very urgent meeting that time, and they had a notion, they had some understanding that Russia has sent missile towards America to destroy America. So we also have to take step. We will also send, and it was going to be the beginning of Third World War in one sense, because they thought Russia has sent missile. So how will we get destroyed? We'll destroy them before that. So let us send missile. But then they thought, no, let us wait for some time, like that. If we really sense that there is missile, now we are just thinking it's not very clear. Then we will send the missile and we'll also wage a war. So then they understood after some time that that was not the case. Russia had not sent missile. So that was on 18th September. They had that very important, crucial meeting. In that meeting, the decision would have changed the history of the world. Third World War would have begun in one sense. So then he understood why that did not happen. The war. Imagine Russia has not sent missile, but America is convinced they have, and now we will send. So the moment they send, then Russia will also, and then war will begin anyhow because one party has started. So then Because Prabhupada landed on the land of America. Just he kept his lotus feet on the land of America, such a impious land. One senior devotee's Grace Govind was telling that first time when he went to America, when he deboarded from the plane, and when he kept his feet on the land of America, he said, "My God, I felt that this is a very sinful land because so many cows are killed there." Chicago had the world's largest slaughterhouse. Now there may be many other cities also, but earlier Chicago had it. It's a very sinful place, but Prabhupada's holy lotus feet touched pure devotee has reached the land of America. And then it changed the history of the whole world. Very phenomenal thing. So this song reveals what it means to be a servant of Krishna, to be eager to serve the Lord. This is very nicely is explained. This is also, you can say, the foundation of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Prabhupada's heart. Prabhupada said, "ISKCON is my body." So that body, you know, continues existing because of the heart. So heart of Prabhupada is revealed over here. His prayers to Lord Krishna are revealed. So the meaning is Boro Kripa Koile Krishna Adhamera Prati Ki Lagiya Nile Heta Koro Yebe Gati. Prabhupada's humility can be very well understood here. He is glorifying Krishna. Bodo Krupa Koile. Krishna Boda Doyamoy. It is not only during prasadam. Now, if you see, Prabhupada was not going to honor prasadam. Bodo Krupa Koile Krishna uh, Prasad Dilia, something like that. He's not saying that. He had two heart attacks. He had seasickness, nausea, 38 days of travel on ship in through the sea. Not an easy thing. But this is the consciousness. तत्यनुकम्पां सुषमीक्षमाणो भुञ्जान एवात्मकृतं विपाकं हृद्वाग्वपुर्भिर्विदधन् नमस्ते जीवेत यो मुक्तिपदे सदाई भाग. This is quite often quoted in Prabhupada books. 10:14:8. After Brahma Vimon Lila, Brahmaji came to his senses, regretted for his grave mistake, and offered wonderful prayers, glorifying Krishna and admitting his mistake. So this is famous, the eighth verse, in which he says that I am suffering in this world only because of my past misdeeds. Actually, I am supposed to suffer hundreds and millions of times more. But Krishna very mercifully is giving just a token punishment, small punishment. Like once one devotee was cutting sabji, and by mistake his finger got cut. Bleeding happened. He went to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, what is this? I was cutting sabji for Krishna, and my finger got cut. Prabhupada said, according to your karma, your hand was supposed to be cut. But because you are cutting sabji for Krishna, so Krishna said, okay, okay, he's engaging his hand, let us not cut his hand. So just give a small token punishment. Accept it. He said, yes, Prabhupada. Hand is there, just little cut, it will get healed. So like that, a devotee thinks that I was supposed to suffer million times more, but Krishna mercifully gave a very small token punishment. With his hands folded, with his body, mind and words, he prays to Krishna. He engages in Krishna's service without any hesitation, without any reservation. For such a person, liberation becomes his rightful claim. Sadhai mukti bhav. Mukti pade sadhai bhav. So that is the mood we can see. Prabhupada's mood is very clearly seen. My dear Lord Krishna, you are so kind upon this useless soul, Adhamera Prati. But I do not know why you have brought me here. Now you can do whatever you like with me. So offering oneself fully. This is principle of Sharanagati. अनुकूल्यस्य संकल्प प्रतिकूल्यस्य वर्जनम रक्षस्यति इति विश्वासो गोपुत्रत्वे वर्णम तथा आत्मनिक्षेप कार्पण्ये षड्विधा षड्विधा शरणागति. So one of them is atmanikshepa, full self surrender. So Prabhupada is offering himself fully. He has already offered, but again, now you can do whatever you like with me. Do whatever you want. So we reserve ourselves a lot, isn't it? Even for services, we will not extend ourselves or we'll try to escape because we are not yet proper devotees. We have not declared ourselves to be servant. But here is the best servant of the Lord. who has offered himself fully. Already has come all the way, 38 days travel in this old age, 69 years old, no proper health, no money, 40 rupees only. Who goes with 40 rupees? Once I thought because of that, this I knew. So I thought, I go to Kharagpur 33 hours. Let me also try because every time I would carry few hundred rupees. So I thought this time I was alone. So I carried only 20 rupees. But if you see, I had my journey prasad even from Sri Sri Radha Kunjaveri temple. So journey prasad was enough for long journey, 33 hours. And I knew for sure at least one or two boys will come at Kharagpur station to receive me. They'll take me in auto or car to Voice. So, so in one sense, 20 rupees were also not required. But because of my lack of faith, I thought just in case something happens, so 20 rupees should be there. Maybe I'll have to purchase some fruits or something like that. Water also, water bottles we would carry. So there was no money required in one sense. But just because I had heard that Prabhupada carried only 40 rupees, I wanted to be his follower. Try that. But that is Gulf of difference. Because Prabhupada traveled 38 days altogether to different country or ocean. In ocean, even if you want to purchase fruits, where is the station? Nothing is coming. No platform only. Water everywhere. Like that. So it was ridiculous endeavor, but still I was happy that I'm follower of Srila Prabhupada by carrying only 20 rupees. Like that. In those years, this is in 2004, 20 rupees was good amount. You can say today's 70, 80, 100 rupees, kind of. You understand? Now 20 rupees has hardly any value, but that time it was something. So Prabhupada is saying, my dear Lord Krishna, you are so kind upon this useless soul, Adham. But I do not know why you have brought me here. Now you can do whatever you like with me. So whenever we are rendering service, we should feel like that I'm useless. That doesn't mean that I will not do service. That is some excuse given by some devotee. Prabhu, I am not fit for this service. Everybody else is fit. Why don't you approach them? Not that kind. He is going to do the service, no doubt about it. He is only going to do, nobody else. But he's saying, I am useless. Mm, It is your greatness that you have chosen me, though I am completely useless fellow. So you have brought me here. I do not know why you have brought me here. So in one sense, in all sense, we make our plans, but we don't know what is Krishna's plan. So we should always say, Krishna, I don't know why have you brought me here. What do you expect of me? We'll do as per the instructions of our superiors. Instructions are very clear. Like I have been out from Pune for 40 days, and the things are very well planned. Like tickets are booked. When is the ticket from here to Baleshwar? And then next what? Then after some days, ticket from Baleshwar to Khurda Road, Kotak will go. So things are, and devotees know and all that, but still things are not clear because nothing is in our hands. Man proposes, God disposes. So we are not sure what is going to be the outcome, what is going to happen when. But we are dependent on Krishna. Prabhupada on America's Independence Day was told, Swamiji, today is America's Independence Day, maybe 200th Independence Day, something like that. Prabhupada said, oh, Independence Day. Then Prabhupada made that prophetic statement, or the most famous statement, that real independence is to declare one's dependence on Krishna. Very powerful statement. So we think I'm independent. I have decided my plan, this, that, everything is going to work out that way. No, we have to depend on Krishna. Real independence is to declare one's dependence on Krishna. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, any project, any service he would begin, he would say, Krishna willing, will do this service in whatever period of time. We don't know what is Krishna's will. But understanding from scriptures, Guru Sadhu Shastra, then we start some particular project, some preaching endeavor. And then we depend on Krishna, Krishna willing. Like we start Sankalpa or what do you call that, 6 session course. We go start enrolling boys. The first day, all of you will go to hostel. And our goal is, we know we have already what do you call, surveyed the whole thing. How many hostels are there? How many rooms per room? How many boys? Total number of boys, and this, some all logistics, everything is known, and accordingly we have made a plan. But we don't know what's going to happen. There can be some event when you go, then that day, some common movie in the theater there, in the what do you call that, seminar hall, something like that. And then you go and all hostel rooms are locked. Mm. And one person is there, one boy, and he said, "Acha, at least one is there." And then, no, I came to meet you. He said, "I'm going. I'm late for movie. All my friends went. Somehow I had to go for clearing." So I had to. I became late, and I'll have to rush now. Sorry, Hare Krishna. So he said Hare Krishna first, and we are wondering, Hare, not this way, Hare Krishna. We want to bring you completely in Hare Krishna, but he has no time. So we don't know what is going to happen. So we pray with all prayers we go. So Prabhupada is saying, I do not know why you have brought me here. Now you can do whatever you like me, like with me. So a devotee never goes by likes and dislikes. His Grace Janivas Prabhu said, Brahmachari cannot have likes and dislikes. No, he cannot be on mental platform. That is a mental platform. Whatever Hariguru Vaishnavas want, that's what I will do. No personal liking, no personal disliking. Prabhupada would at times would tell the stories of Gopal Ban, some famous joker in Bengal. So he was a joker at one king's kingdom. So the king said once that Gopal, this brinjal sabji, begun, best sabji, amazing, I love it. And immediately Gopal Ban said, "Yes, king. No, it is so nice. It is all round, elliptical, and such shining color, lavender color, and all that. And it has like kind of crown also, that green color, like that. Kings. It's a kingly fruit, a kingly sabji. Very fitting. It has crown like that. So we remove the crown, making sabji. So it's very nice, tasty sabji and all that. Then next, the king said, this brinjal is not a good sabji at all, Gopal. I don't like it at all. And Gopal Pan said, yeah, it's begun. It has no gun, no qualities at all. Very black color and all that. Like that. Then the king said, tomato, this potato is very nice. You can use it in all sabjis. Like that. Name a sabji and potato is there. Especially in Bengal. Sometimes only potato sabji. They can have a whole life potato sabji. And then immediately Gopal Swamin said, yeah, it's very cheap also. And just cover the peel is very less. Cut. You can just remove it, cut it. And you can make bharta out of it. You can make sabji out of it. You can make this and that. And then the king said, this potato is very low class. And nobody should eat potato. He said, yeah, it's very, yes, looks very fat and all that. Fat also increases. What increases? It's not good at all. Then the king said, hey, Gopal, what is this? I said, Begun is very nice. And you said very nice. And when I said it's not bad, then it's bad, you said it's bad. When I said potato is very good, you say, yeah, potato is very good. When I said potato is not good, he said, why you are saying like this? You are not sticking to one particular opinion. He said, okay, I am neither servant of brinjal nor am I servant of potato. I am your servant. So whatever you say, that's what I will say. So you said brinjal is very nice sabji. So I said it's very nice sabji. I gave the glories of brinjal. When you said it's very third class, I said, yeah, it's useless. I'm not servant of brinjal or potato. I am servant, your servant. Like that. So one should be like that, completely surrender, no likes and dislikes. Just whatever Lord wants, Guru wants, that's what I do. And I think also like that. One devotee told me, like His Holiness Bhakti, Prem Swami Maharaj, disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. After Maharaj's departure, His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj has given sannyas. Now he's Guru also in ISKCON. He's so surrendered to Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. So if Bhakti Charu Maharaj says, oh, this tank has very nice black color. So then Maharaj will tell everyone, this tank is color with black color. People say, what? Black color? Where is black color there? It's light color, it's pink color. Not even white color. It's light color, but it's a pink color. Not a dark color, but pink. Where is black color in this? There is no black there. But this is how, whatever Guru says, that is the truth. Like that. So much one has to be surrendered. So here you can see Prabhupada says, my dear Lord Krishna, you are so kind upon this useless soul, but I do not know why you have brought me here. Now you can do whatever you like with me. So very nice. अच्छे किच्छु कार्य तब यही अनुमाने. But I guess you have some business here. Nahe keno anibena yehi ugrasthane. Otherwise, why would you bring me to this terrible place? Krishna has his plan. His plan is very clear. Now 2026 is going on. 2526, 400 years later, 500 years later. What is going to happen? Krishna knows in that entire year, January 1st to 31st December. Uh, in that year, Krishna knows. Similarly, ahead also, 2926, then 3056, 3756. Krishna knows it all. His plans are very clear. And we know nothing. What do we know? Can we tell what we are going to do tomorrow? We may have college and say, yeah, college is there, 9 to 5 or something. There may be mass bunk. Anything can happen, isn't it? I think there is some holiday tomorrow. In that list, I think there is something there. You may not be aware. Mhm. So then, Utkal Divas. Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow, no? Day after tomorrow. Okay, Wednesday. Yeah. So you may not be aware. You might have forgotten. Sometimes you may not know. Like bunk is not sometimes known. Some few boys who are extraordinary boys in the classroom, they are making plan and then they reveal all the boys and hey, come on, tomorrow nobody's coming. Okay, anybody comes, he'll be shot. Like that. So all other boys are very happy. Yeah, yeah, okay. If you want, we will not come. Everybody wants not to go only to college. Their internal desire fulfilled through all these rowdy boys. Like that. So he's saying, but I guess you have some business here. Otherwise, why would you bring me here to this terrible place? So though things don't work out according to our plan. Now this is Prabhupada knows Krishna's plan. Prithvite Achyata Nagaradi Gram, Sarvatra Prachar Vaivim Gram. So it has to be all over every nook and corner of the world. So how can not be in America, which is the leading country in the whole world? So it has to be there. When that is not clear, how, through whom, not very clear. But Prabhupada is trying. Maybe through me, Krishna wants that. So that is somewhat clear. But sometimes in our life, it so happens that some things happen and somehow we will land up somewhere where we are not supposed to be. So we should not get disturbed. We should not lament. There should not be lamentation. That is Shudra's behavior. Mm. Like your train, you wanted to board, but then somehow it is detoured because in between some accident happened, some major station, and the train cannot pass through that station. So now it is detoured and it is going before that station only. The train is taking detour and it is exactly skipping your station and it is going ahead. And if you want, you can go to that spot, but then it will take few hours of journey there. So we should not become frustrated. What is this? What kind of people you have seen? Like, yeah, Indian Railways, third class, and they will speak like anything. Prajalpa, Gramya Varta, Gramya Katha. They will keep speaking. So we should not be like that. We should be calm and composed. Greatness of a person has to be estimated by his ability to tolerate provoking situations. So many provoking situations will come in our life. Like some of you are sitting in the sunlight. Maybe now it's okay. After half an hour, it may be difficult to be there. You'll be heated up. I say, what is this? Why this sun is so hot? You cannot say why sun is so hot. Why are you so cold? Why are you so hot that you are feeling super hot? If you are little cool, then even if sun is hot, you'll be little warmed. It will be warm up session. Then it will be warming up. It's good in that sense. So one has to be calm and composed, undisturbed. Dhiras tatrana muhyati. What is that dhira? Dhira means one who is in knowledge. There Krishna is giving one kind of knowledge, dehinosmin yata dehi kaumarana, that the embodied soul in this body passes through boyhood, childhood, boyhood, teens, youth days, middle age, and death, and after death, another life. So this is one type of knowledge, one part of the knowledge. One who has all knowledge from the Vedic literature. By how to get all knowledge? By possessing an acharya. One who has dhan is dhanvan, one who has roop is rupan, one who has gun is gunvan, one who has bhaga is bhagwan. One who has acharya, he is acharyavan. Acharyavan Purusha Veda. Veda means to know. Purusha means the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who knows Krishna? One who is possessor of an Acharya. If you possess an Acharya, then you know Krishna. You know everything. If you know Krishna, you know everything. Yasmin vigyatam sarvameva vigyatum bhavati. By knowing Krishna, you know everything. And if you don't know Krishna, you know nothing. You may be IS officer, you may be doctor, engineer, lawyer, whatever you may be. You know nothing. You have to know Krishna. Krishna is everything. Whole world is within Krishna. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sachame na pranashyati. The whole one who sees me in everything and everything in me, for him I am never lost, nor is ever lost to me. As Mother Yashoda saw Krishna, she saw everything, the creation, within the mouth of Krishna. So everything is within Krishna. So if you know Krishna, you know everything. But if you don't know Krishna, you don't know anything. So one has to have knowledge to be dhira, to be. Otherwise, we are adhira. We become restless, the mode of passion. Hey, what is this? Why the train is not coming? Why the train is so late? Hey, what is this? Why this happened? Why that is not happening? One should be peaceful, calm, and composed. The one who hears the Vedic knowledge from acharyas, he is peaceful. So he is very great person. Greatness of a person has to be estimated by his ability to tolerate provoking situation. We will have provoking situation in one sense at every moment. Adhyatmic, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devi Klesh is 24/7 for everyone. The degree may be less or more. Not only he is in the sunlight or few are in sunlight. Others who are not in sunlight, they also may have the effect of scorching sun rays. The tin sheets, no? They will be heated up. And overall we get heated up. What is this? Becoming so hot. But one should be tolerant. One should know this is all agama, apaino, anitya. The sun has come now, rising. Sun will go in the evening. And meanwhile it will create some heat. Then night it will create cold. This will be coming, going, coming, going, coming, going. Avagaman, coming and going. One should be undisturbed no matter what happens in life. To what degree you are undisturbed, that proves to that degree you are in knowledge. If you are very disturbed, you're not in knowledge. You're very disturbed, you're not at all in knowledge. You are completely ignorant. Be undisturbed sage. So he says, but I guess you have some business here, otherwise why would you bring me here to this terrible place is terrible, and my life has been quite pure life as a sannyasi, but you have brought me here, something is there. What it is, I'm not sure, not clear. But your, oh Lord, let thy will be done. Lord Jesus Christ says in Bible. So like that, we should be just subservient to Krishna's desire. What is Krishna's desire? How to know? From Guru Sadhu Shastra. Whatever that say, that's what is Krishna's desire. And you should just give yourself fully. And the things will work out nicely. In case there is something else, then that will also be revealed. We may embark on a particular project in a particular service, and slowly the things will happen in such a way that you will end up in some another service only. Hmm? So you will get a good realization of this. Brahmacharis come to know this a lot because they are surrendered souls. No? Anytime they can be called. Managers call, hey, come for serving. And then he says, yeah, I will take bath and come. And by the time he takes bath, he says, okay, you go for backup. Hey, I was called for serving. Yeah, you took bath, na? Go for backup. Because that devotee who was supposed to do backup, he fell sick like that. And we thought, who will be there? Taking bath will take time. You are already taken bath. So you go there. Serving will manage. I will serve myself. Manager, if you would serve yourself, then why did you call me in the first place? No, you needed engagement. So, a very dynamic life of a brahmachari. It should be like that because to the degree it is dynamic, things are not clear. To that degree, your surrender is revealed. Because if you want, this is how day will be now. Today I will do this, and so this likes and dislikes. No likes, dislikes. On the spot, anything is told, you're at the beck and call. So it should be like that. So Prabhupada is fully surrendered. Next he says, Rajastamo Gune Era Sabai Achanna. Most of the population here is covered by the material modes of ignorance and passion. Vasudeva Katha Ruchi Nahe Se Prasanna. Absorbed in material life, they think themselves very happy and satisfied, and therefore they have no taste for the transcendental message of Vasudeva. I do not know how they will be able to understand it. So we also find similar situation in India. Now people are so passionate. If you go to Hyderabad, Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, my God, If you see skyscraper buildings and one flat in crores of rupees, every inch of space, lakhs of rupees, very, very costly lands. And this high tech parks and all that, if you see, high tech city, names also cities also like that. And if you see, you know, they have that financial district in Hyderabad. I travel a lot. So then financial district like that. So that means all finance money. Bombay is anyway the capital, financial capital of India. So much money inflow, outflow, all that. So we also are, you know, not very clear when we see people are so passionate, so ignorant. How would we be able to do anything over here? But Krishna is amazing. Krishna is all attractive. He attracts everyone. He will attract these people with lower mentality also. We have to just present Krishna as he is. The way Prabhupada presented Krishna as he is through Bhagavad Gita as it is. And then everybody got attracted to Krishna. This is the power. Krishna is all attractive. We have to be convinced and we have to present Krishna as he is. Present Prabhupada as is. Then things work out well. तबे यदि तब कृपा होए अहेतुकी सकल ई संभव होए तुमी से कौतुकी. But I know your causeless mercy can make everything possible because you are the most expert mystic. Yogeshwara. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanudhara, Tatra Sri Vijay Bhutir Dhruvani Tirmatir. So Krishna is that Yogeshwar. He is the master of mystic potencies. There are many mystic yogis. They have Anima Lagima, those Ashtasiddhis. But they are not the masters of yogic powers. All the yogi powers are at the lotus feet of Krishna. So Krishna can do any wonder. Like I was telling the other day, no? It becomes very hot, and Krishna can have just profuse rainfall for 2-3 hours, and whole Burla can be cool place. And we may see where is my sweater. I had thrown it away thinking that summer started, but I need that. So thus, Krishna can make any. He can change the whole situation within seconds. The whole world, Maya Dakshena Prakruti Suyate Sacharachara. We should have faith in Krishna. We should not just rely on the basic knowledge, what they call general knowledge, GK. So we know now summer, that may be in general, but Krishna's will is supreme and that will work out. And we don't know that. So then we feel, hey, how come this happened? Suddenly, this thing, the economy crashed or economy went up. That because Krishna is the doer, Krishna is knower. So we have to know Krishna to know what's going to happen. Otherwise, everything, past is history, future is mystery. Nothing is clear. But if you know Krishna, then you know. कि भावे भुजाले तारा भुजे से ही रस हेत कृपा करो प्रभु कोरी निज बश. How will they understand the mellows of devotional service? Oh Lord, I am simply praying for your mercy so that I will be able to convince them about your message. So all preachers, for them, this song is very important because they have to impress Krishna on the hearts of their audience. And audience, to some degree or the other, will definitely be in passion and ignorance. And even goodness, for that matter, is problematic in order to surrender to Krishna. But if they pray like this, they depend on Krishna, then Krishna can make anything possible. Impossible becomes possible when we pray to Krishna. There is one verse, first verse of one chapter in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami says, Katanjana smrute yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet vismrute viparitam syat Sri Chaitanyam namamitam. So he says, Katanjana smrute yasmin. If you just remember Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once, smrute yasmin, dushkaram sukaram bhavet. That which is very difficult to do becomes very easy to do. Dushkaram sukaram bhavet. Vismrute viparitam syat. But on the contrary, if you forget Gaurang Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, viparit will happen. The opposite will happen. Vismrute viparitam syat. Sri Chaitanyam namamika. To such Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I offer my humble obeisances. So just depend on Krishna and Krishna will work out things so wonderfully. You'll be surprised. Oh, amazing. How nice my life was led to the lotus feet of Guru, to the lotus feet of Krishna. Just because I tried to follow Krishna's order coming in Guru Parampara. He says, how will they understand the mellows of devotional service? Oh Lord, I am simply praying for your mercy so that I will be able to convince them about your message. Your words can be so convincing. People, just one sentence you say, and people will be impressed and they will surrender to Krishna fully. I heard once His Holiness Radhan Swami Maharaj was talking to, after the class, some devotees were there. I don't know how many, 5, 6, 7, 8 were there around. And he was speaking something. And behind was His Grace Devamrit Prabhu, who is currently His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj. He was behind. So here Maharaj was talking, I don't know what was that context, but then he was saying that this mission, this was many years back, when our Devamrit Prabhu was working as, what is it called? Chartered accountant in the bank in Kolkata, I think. So weekend he would fly from Kolkata to Mumbai to get association of His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj. So on such one weekend, so Maharaj was saying that how we need many educated devotees to spread mission of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was so educated and he spread it so wonderfully. And there are so many other disciples of Prabhupada who are doing it. So we need very educated people to come forward and surrender fully to spread this mission of Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, our Devamrit Prabhu was very much impressed, very much touched, and he felt I should fully surrender. So he gave up his job, chartered accountant. Quite promising, na? I don't. In that time only, he must be earning in thousands. Now, by now, he would have been earning in lakhs. But he gave up the job. He joined as full-time brahmachari because he was highly qualified. Very soon, he was made the president. Then he was sent to Belgaum. Then he was sent to Vrindavan. Now he's sannyasi also. And because of his wonderful preaching, we have His Grace Radhesham Prabhu from IIT Bombay. We have His Grace Gaurang Prabhu. Radhesham Prabhu preached in Pune very powerfully. Gaurang Prabhu preached in Bombay to youth wonderfully. Then another person, His Grace Paramhamsa Prabhu. He preached in Nasik. Three important cities of Maharashtra. Number 1, Bombay. Number 2, Pune. Number 3, Nasik. And all three, all top preachers, the only preachers, they were preached by His Grace Devamrit Prabhu. Because he's very educated, very impressive. You must have heard his DD classes. That is our introduction to Bhakti. Oh, wonderful. So crystal clear message. No ambiguity, no confusion. So, so if you have educated people like that, we can spread Krishna consciousness far and wide. And the world needs it. World doesn't need money. World doesn't need 5G, 6G, 7G. The world needs 108G. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That only you can do that. Scientists will reach 108G, but it will take long time. Maybe next Kali Yuga end, they may reach there. This Kali Yuga end, they may reach only 54G. So you all know already 108G. But you have to come forward, dedicate yourself, and spread this mission far and wide. So he says, how will they understand the mellows of devotional service? Oh Lord, I'm simply praying for your mercy so that I will be able to convince them about your message. So we should be convinced first. Sometimes the boys say, no, Prabhu, I want to be brahmachari, but I'm not sure. How will I convince my mother? She's very emotional. She's very attached. I said, what nonsense are you speaking? You need to be convinced. Was Hiranyakashipu convinced of surrendering to Krishna? Prahlad was convinced. I am servant of Lord. That's it. And he tried to convince Hiranyakashipu. He was लातों का भूत, तो बातों से समझ ही नहीं रहा था. So Lord came and did open heart surgery. So, but Prahlad was convinced. He preached to his father. So you don't need to convince your mother and father to join as a brahmachari. You need to be convinced. You are not convinced. But he was shocked. प्रभु आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? हाँ, सही बोल रहा हूँ. Keep in your own heart and see. You are not convinced. So you have not heard enough. You are not so much a good lover of big lover of Krishna. So that's why mother and father look more appealing than Krishna, than the mission of Guru. If you are convinced, you just kick off. What mother, what father. I had many millions of lifetimes. Every time I had mother, one father. There is one Bangla saying, what is that? Huh? हाँ, प्रति जन्म में सबे माता पिता पाए हरि गुरु, something like that. Every life one gets mother and father, isn't it? Yes or not? Will you be born without a mother? Will you be born without a father? Any lifetime you took birth only from mother? There was no father at all. No question. Father might have died after conceiving you in the mother's womb, but father was there. But Hari and Guru one doesn't get in every life. So one should dedicate himself. Then one can see wonders unfolding. तुम्हारा इच्छाएं सब होय माया बश तुम्हारा इच्छाएं नाश माया र परश. All living entities have come under the control of the illusory energy by your will, and therefore, if you like, by your will, they can also be released from the clutches of illusion. So Krishna can just like Jagai and Madai, so dangerous people. My God, the whole world is fearful. And just one event, how long it went on? It went on for few minutes. They Nityambro came. Oh Jagai, oh Madai, please chant the name of Krishna. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, Krishna is your life and soul. Please chant Krishna. And Madai became, what nonsense, this fellow again came, this Avdut. Then he was drinking wine from that earthen pot. He took it and hit on Nityam Prabhu's forehead. Thud. And blood oozed out and was going down. His drenched his uttari, his chest, and to some extent dhoti. And there somebody ran to inform Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And here Nityam Prabhu says, oh Madhai, now this is not as painful as when I see that you don't chant Hare Krishna. Please chant Krishna's name. Madhai became all the more angry. But then Jagai said, Hare, Madhai, just see how nice, wonderful person he is. Don't beat him. You know, he is not worthy of our beating. We can beat rest of the Navadvipasis. Like that was his vow. Like that. And meanwhile, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came running and said, Chakra, Chakra. And Chakra came with very high speed rotating on the finger of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. My mother was shocked. My God, death only is standing in front of us. Like that. And then Nitambru immediately prayed, oh Lord, please, when Madai hit me, Jagai prayed for my getting spared and all that. He requested Madai not to beat me further. He said, oh Jagai, you saved my Nitai. I give you Krishna Prem. And he embraced him. Like that. So then, but Madai, I will not spare you. Madai said, no, we both did all the activities together only. It was partnership always. So please, if you are giving mercy to him, me also. He said, no, you have bitten my Nitai, I will kill you. So then, only if Nityambru forgives you. So then he begged forgiveness from Nityambru. Done. So how many minutes the whole thing went on? Maybe not even half an hour, isn't it? 15-20 minutes. And Jagai Madai was so deadly. Before Nityambru reached there, they were so deadly. The whole world knew it. And just in 15-20 minutes, they are so saintly. From deadly to saintly. This is a pure devotee or the Lord's intervention. All living entities have come under the control of the illusion energy by your will, and therefore, if you like, by your will, they can also be released from the clutches of illusion. It doesn't take much. It doesn't even take 10-15 minutes. It takes seconds. That's it. And one can be a pure devotee of Krishna. One can be fully surrendered to Krishna. But the person who is preaching, he needs to be convinced that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Prabhupada once had meeting of all the leaders of ISKCON, mostly GBC, and he asked, "So are you convinced that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead?" All the devotees, everybody had preached hundreds of times that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead to others. But now, when Prabhupada is asking, the way he is asking, it is very clear. The way is, are you convinced? We are not so convinced. We are here for a nice life, nice prasadam, nice dancing. Anyway, we were loitering on the streets of America. Swami was also loitering. We joined this another loitering group, and then now we are loitering all over India, all over the world. So, and they could not say yes. So Prabhupada said, if only you are convinced that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, then we'll take over the entire world in just 18 days. Because it took only 18 days for Pandavas to win over Kauravas. It just requires 18 days and we can conquer the entire world. Entire world will be Krishna conscious. But the problem is we are not convinced that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So we are, when chanting morning, then we are like, whether Krishna exists. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. H is missing. Hare. Hare Krishna. Are Krishna and Radharani existing? And is their love affair pure? Is our worst? What is it? So if you like, by your will, they can be released from the clutches of illusion. So while preaching, we can just pray to Krishna. Krishna, please enter in this person's heart and convince him. You can convince. Or Paramatma is already situated. So Paramatma in our heart sees the preacher. Are you convinced? You are showing the book. Have you read the book? Do you know what are the contents? Are you convinced by those contents? Do those contents appeal to your heart? Are you in ecstasy because of reading those contents? And if you are, then Paramatma, same Paramatma in his heart will tell him, take it. This person is quite convinced. What he speaks is the truth. You can look at his face, look in his eyes, see how convinced he is. Take it. So then that person says, yes, I'll take it. Like that. Seventh, तब इच्छा होय यदि तादेर उद्धार बुझिबे निश्चय तबे कथा से तुम्हार. I wish that you may deliver them. Therefore, if you so desire their deliverance, then only will they be able to understand your message. So yesterday I was telling that Kanishta Adhikaris are not fit for preaching. They can only assist because their internal fight only is going on with mind and senses, lust, pride, greed. So anybody who is struggling inside, he cannot preach like that. He can only assist in preaching. He cannot convince the way Madhyam Adhikaris convince others. And Uttam Adhikaris, they are fit for preaching because they are pure devotees. But in their humility, they feel the whole world is already Krishna conscious, except me. I need to be Krishna conscious. So they don't preach. So they empower, Uttam Adhikaris empower Madhyam Adhikaris. Madhyam Adhikaris are fit for preaching. And Bhakti Devi walks behind them. Anytime Madhyam Adhikari glances on someone and prays to Krishna, let him be your devotee. He's suffering. His suffering will get over only when you come in his life. So please enter in his life. So Bhakti Devi immediately from backside goes in front, enters in his heart and convinces him to accept the process of devotional service. So same thing he is saying here. I wish that you may deliver them. Therefore, if you so desire their deliverance, then only will they be able to understand your message. So it is not that Krishna desires deliverance of everyone. He did not want anyone to go away from him and first in the first place. But now, because of love, he cannot force us. But pure devotee desires that, oh Lord, you please deliver. So then they get delivered. Vasudev Datta, you can see. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so happy and said, beg for benediction. He said, oh Lord, please deliver all the people in this one universe. If you feel they are very sinful, they cannot be delivered, then give their all sinful reactions to me. Let me suffer birth after birth here, but please deliver them all. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh Vasudev, why should you suffer for this suffering or their suffering? That is not required. For me to deliver all these people of one universe is nothing. It's like in the bag of mustard seeds, taking out one seed. What is the loss? It's not a big deal anyway. I can do that, and you don't have to suffer for that. But even if these living entities in this universe are delivered, next set of living entities are always waiting. They will immediately fill up this universe. So everybody got delivered because of Vasudev Datta's prayer. So every preacher prays that every should be delivered. Generally, those who are new and they practice bhakti, they are only worried about their deliverance. Oh Lord, please deliver me. I'm suffering so much in the cycle of birth and death. And sometimes they are not so much convinced also. No, no. I want to settle here nicely. You should also be there, oh Lord, in my life to remove all the problem. And I should be also here in this world without problems. By your mercy. I should have problem-free life, very cozy, comfortable life. So this is how most of the sadhakas are in their early stages. But as one advances, then one prays for the deliverance of everybody in the creation. And that person is Uttamadhikari. Many preachers may be there, but some are very fervently crying in their heart for the deliverance because they see the way the world is going so pathetic. People are turning their faces away from Krishna and they're suffering so much. All sufferings of all living entities are only because they have turned their faces away from Krishna. So they need to get Krishna. So Krishna, please enter in their life. So like that, fervent prayers are offered by pure devotees, by wonderful preachers. Therefore, if you so desire the deliverance, then only will they be able to understand your message. So they force, pure devotees force Krishna to deliver these people. Krishna can deliver, but he delivers only when pure devotees pray. When Raghunath Das Goswami, it was very difficult. He wanted to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. He was running away from home, but every time the 10 guards were always on guard. They would run behind him, catch him, bring him back. But in Panihati, when he sponsored that Chidadai festival as per the order of Shri Nityananda Prabhu. Then Nityananda Prabhu blessed him and gave him all blessing. Then he could run. When he ran and reached Jagannath Puri, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that, oh, Krishna has removed you from that pit where people go to pass stool. Your father and uncle, Govardhan Mujumdar and Hiranya Mujumdar, they are Vaishnavas, but they are not very high class Vaishnavas. And they are the friends of my maternal grandfather, Nilambar Chakravarti. So, in one sense, they are like my mamas. So, I can joke. So, they are like those worms in the stool, who love to be in that stool. But Krishna has mercifully taken you out of that stool pit, and you are here now. You are free from all the material bondage. So, Raghunath Das Goswami felt, I don't know what is Krishna's mercy, but I have been delivered only by your mercy and Nityam Prabhu's mercy. So that feeling should be there. That Lord only delivers everyone. But in essence, if actuality you see, actually pure devotee delivers the world. Brahmanda tarite shakti dhare jane jane ye veda purane eva gunagane, something like that. So each one of the associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is capable of delivering one universe. Brahmanda tarite shakti dhare jane jane. So they are very powerful. भागवतेर कथा से तब अवतार धीर हैया सुने जदि काने बार बार. The words of Srimad Bhagavatam are your incarnation, and if a sober person repeatedly receives it with submissive oral reception, then he will be able to understand your message. So what we have to do we have to repeat Srimad Bhagavatam as it is. So that's why we have Srimad Bhagavatam classes in temples. But people won't go to temple, which may be far up. So we have to go to the places where people are, to their places, and speak same Bhagavatam. Repeat it as it is, with all purity, without any adulteration. Then it works like anything. But then also we may give one class in the morning, one in the evening. Daytime what? People may get time. So give them Bhagavatam set only. They will have it anytime they can open it and start reading it. And Bhagavatam is powerful. Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. It is Grantha avatar of Lord Krishna. So we should give people Bhagavatam. The words of Srimad Bhagavatam are your incarnation, and if a sober person repeatedly receives it with submissive oral reception, then he will be able to understand your message. So then he quotes these verses in the 9th stanza. Shrunotam sakatha Krishna punya shravana kirtanah hridayantastaya badrani vidunoti surusatam. Shri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati nashtaki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Bhaktir Nashtaki. Tada rajastamo bhavaha kamalobhadayashaye chetayete ranaviddam sitam satve prasidati. As soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire, and hankering, disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in goodness and he becomes completely happy. एवं प्रसन्न मनसो भगवत भक्ति योगतः भगवत तत्व विज्ञानम मुक्त संगस्य जायते. Thus established in the mode of unalloyed goodness, the man whose mind has been enlivened by contact with devotional service to the Lord gains positive scientific knowledge of the personality of Godhead in the stage of liberation from material association. विद्यते हृदय ग्रंथि सिद्ध्यन्ते सर्व संशयः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि दृष्ट एवात्मनीश्वरे. Thus the knot in the heart is pierced and all misgivings are cut to pieces. The chain of fruitive actions is terminated when one sees the self as master. So how Bhagavatam acts is wonderfully explained in these 4-5 verses. So Prabhupada has quoted because he is carrying Bhagavatam. How many Bhagavatam said? When he boarded in Kolkata, they were not there, but they were put on the ship at Cochin. And how many set were there? 200 set of Srimad Bhagavatam of first canto, which was in 3 volumes. So 600 books Prabhupada carried to America. How much was his luggage? Just hardly one trunk. That's it. One stove was there, and then some vessels. and some cereals, potatoes. His umbrella was there, his few clothes, some warm clothes purchased by Mr. Choksi. His luggage was hardly anything. But Bhagavatams were 600, 200 set of first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. How much faith he had in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is going to West to preach, and I'm just a coolie carrying Srimad Bhagavatam, carrying Krishna there. रजस्तमो हत्ते तबे पाइबे निस्तार हृदयर अभद्र सबे गुचिबे तहार. He will become liberated from the influence of the modes of ignorance and passion, and thus all inauspicious things accumulated in the core of the heart will disappear. Anybody who comes across Bhagavatam, whether he personally reads it or if he hears from Vyakti Bhagavat, one who is practicing that teachings, those teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam, Grantha Bhagavatam in his own life, because he's Vyakti, such a person cannot be called as Grantha Bhagavat. So he's called as Vyakti Bhagavat, person Bhagavat. Both are Bhagavat only. Both are Bhagavat. One is Bhagavatam in the shelf, and other is walking, talking Bhagavatam. So because he's walking, talking person, it's called a person Bhagavat. One is Grantha Bhagavat, just pages, and in that all bound together by putting one hole or two holes and tying up with a thread. That is called a Granthi, knot. So that's why it becomes Grantha, Grantha Bhagavat. Now we have sophisticated version of Granthi. We have very fine-tuned binding. If you see, very high-class binding. So many threads are there and they are woven so wonderfully. You will not see any thread only. Nowhere it is seen. But in earlier times, it was clearly visible. Tal patras, palm trees, leaves, and whole is put and they are tied together. So it is called as Grantha. So Grantha Bhagavat and Vyakti Bhagavat. He will become liberated from the influence of the modes of ignorance and passion, and thus all inauspicious things accumulated in the core of his heart will disappear. Ki gore gujabo katha bodo sei chahi khudrami dinahina kono shakti nahi. How will I make them understand this message of Krishna consciousness? I am very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. Therefore, I am seeking your benediction so that I can convince them. For I am powerless to do so on my own. So, a preacher has to be completely prideless. To the degree pride is there in the preacher, he is useless. He just can't do anything. He can offer his anarthas from his heart to the next person's heart. Hmm. So, he should be completely prideless, fully humble, transparent via medium. This is the language. How will I make them understand this message of Krishna consciousness? I am very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. Therefore, I am seeking your benediction so that I can convince them, for I am powerless to do so on my own. This is what is called a transparent via medium. Just like between you and me, we keep 10,000 glass sheets. All are transparent. Will you be able to see me? Yeah. Will I be able to see you? Yes. So these transparent sheets are like gurus, from Krishna to us. They're all transparent. So we can clearly see Krishna through gurus, all the gurus, Guru Parampara. But even if one person is opaque glass sheet, finish. You can't see Krishna. So like this transparency is required. To the degree one feels humble and meek, to that degree is wonderful preacher. As Jesus says, only humble and meek shall inherit the kingdom of God. He is already in the God's kingdom. He's in Golok Vrindavan, such a person, such a speaker, such a preacher, who feels utterly unqualified. How will I make them understand this message of Krishna consciousness? I am very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. Therefore, I am seeking your benediction so that I can convince them, for I am powerless to do so on my own. So we should feel I am powerless like that. But I am empowered also. I am not powerful, but I am empowered. I have power. The power is offered by Guru Parampara, by Krishna, Guru, Vaishnavas, like that. But one should never think that I am powerful. Powerful means I am the source of all the power. Hiranyakashipu thought I am powerful, but Prahlad was empowered. Then 12th. अथच एने छो प्रभु कथा बोली बारे जे तुम्हारी इच्छा प्रभु करो यही बारे. Somehow or other, O Lord, you have brought me here to speak about you. Now, my Lord, it is up to you to make me a success or failure as you like. A preacher is not attached to success or failure. He is attached to Krishna. Krishna should be given to everyone. Krishna came in my life, I am blessed. And I want more and more Krishna anyway, whom I will get from my Guru. I'll beg him always. I'm begging him anyway. But apart from that, let everybody else also get Krishna. Let me offer Krishna. Because if Krishna comes in their life, they'll be blessed. Somehow or other, O Lord, you have brought me here to speak about you. Now, my Lord, it is up to you to make me a success or failure as you like. So devotees should speak a lot, speak about Krishna a lot to others. Jare dekho tare kaho, Krishna upadesh, amara agya guru haiya, tare desh. On my instruction, you preach anyone and everyone you come across the message of Krishna, Gita Bhagavad, and you become guru. So all of us have to become gurus. Patha Pradasha gurus, not Diksha gurus. Sometimes craze is, I want to become Diksha guru in ISKCON. That is foolishness. Is those who are Diksha gurus, that is perfect, but they just accepted as an order from their guru. But we should not want to be Diksha guru. We should want to be Patha Pradasha gurus. Let me just initiate somebody's Krishna consciousness by giving him book, by giving him prasad, by giving him holy name. Three things. Preaching means giving all three things. In case person is not ready for higher things, holy name, then giving at least book. If he is not ready for book also, give him at least prasad. Prasad mostly everybody will take. If they are not ready to take, let's say some Christian is there, to tell him this is Krishna prasad, he's like, no. So what you have should tell him? This is food, sweet, cooked by my mother with all the love. Would you not take it? Say, yeah, yeah. Your mother has made with all love. Why not? Who is that mother? Srimati Radharani. Because where did we cook it? In Radharani's kitchen, na? So, like, don't tell him that is Krishna Prasad made by Srimati Radharani, Mrs. Krishna. Don't tell like that. That is supreme truth. May look like lie. Your mother never cooked. Your mother is in the hometown. She never knew that some food stuff is made like that. But this is absolute truth, not relative truth of this world. अखिल जगत गुरु बचन से अमार अलंकृत करिबार क्षमता तोमार. O spiritual master of all the worlds, I can simply repeat your message. So if you like, you can make my power of speaking suitable for their understanding. You should just repeat as it is. In case you know nothing of how to preach, you just take any book of Prabhupada, open it and start reading to your audience as it is. And you are not able to elaborate on any word, any sentence, no problem. If they ask question, you can say, I don't know the answer. Let us read further, answer may emerge like that. Or let us read from the beginning again. Like that should be conviction. And it will be very, very helpful. Once I was coming from Warangal to Secunderabad. My train was there for Pune from there. So we were in the local train and it was jam packed. I did not have any place to sit. So I was standing. I kept my luggage up and then I took out the book and started reading. Then I saw next to me was a young man standing there with earphones in his ears. So then I said to him, Hare Krishna, I have this book, very nice book, Perfection of Yoga. I'm reading it. It helps in controlling mind also. Would you like to hear it? I'll just read it aloud and you can just hear it. He said, okay. Then he kept his earphones down. And then I read it. It was almost 1.5 to 2 hours I read. Then Secunderabad station almost came. So I told him we completed that book. I said, see, this book is very wonderful as you heard already. So why don't you take it? Hmm? It's just for 20 rupees. You can take it because see, when you joined, it was some part I had already read. You don't know what is there. And anyway, you can read the whole book again. It's such a nice message. Please take it. So he said, okay. And he gave 20 rupees. So we should just read as it is. And I did not explain there. I was just reading. It's very simple text. Doesn't require much explanation. Akhila Jagat Guru Vachana se Amar Alankrita Koribara Khamata Tomar. O spiritual master of all the worlds, I can simply repeat your message. So if you like, you can make my power of speaking suitable for their understanding. 14th. तब कृपा हईले मोर कथा शुद्ध हबे शुनिया सबार शोक दुख जे घुचिबे. Only by your causeless mercy will my words become pure. I am sure that when this transcendental message penetrates their hearts, they will certainly feel engladdened and thus become liberated from all unhappy conditions of life. So you have to be convinced 108%. This person by iPhone will be most miserable. By car, he'll be miserable. By getting married, he'll be miserable. By producing children, he'll be miserable. Only if Krishna enters in his life, he'll be ecstatic person, happiest person on planet Earth. So let Krishna enter in his life. How to make Krishna enter in his life? That 100% conviction has to be there. Not even 99% conviction, not even 99.99% conviction. You have to be completely convinced. Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim, nothing. IT job, giving 20,000, 20 lakhs rupees per month will not make him happy. Will make him most miserable. Only Krishna has to come in his life. That conviction is there. Then you are preacher. Only by your causeless mercy will my words become pure. I am sure that when this transcendental message penetrates their hearts, they will certainly feel engladdened and thus become liberated from all unhappy conditions of life. As Prabhupada said, this book is so nice. Sometime once he said Bhagavad Gita, such a wonderful book. One book is enough. Some other time he said Nectar of Devotion. Some other time Krishna book or something. Some once Prabhupada said, this book is so nice. It will deliver all humanity. Then he said, not one book, one page is enough. Then he said, not one page, one paragraph is enough. Not one paragraph, one sentence is enough for the deliverance of all the people. Then he said, not one sentence, one word. One word is enough. And you will be very Krishna conscious. Like that. I heard Gaurang Prabhu saying something that once one man somehow, I think, purchased Perfection of Yoga book or something. So then, but he kept it in his shelf. It was lying there for years or something. So once he was reading some book on yoga or something, and he was trying to practice meditation as per the yoga, and that was not working only. So then he got frustrated. Then he took that book and just threw it on the shelf. So the shelf, it was thick book. It hit the shelf, and one book fell down from the shelf because it was heavy impact. And then he was wondering, what is that? So then he went and picked up that book that was Perfection of Yoga, lying there. Ever since he purchased, it was there only. So then, out of just curiosity, oh, I purchased this long before. Let me just. So he just opened randomly, and one sentence he read there. I don't remember exactly, but something like, "These all yoga practice, they're all useless. It's all mental speculation. It will not work." And he said, yeah, that is true. Exactly. That's what I had frustration with that book only. So he then read through the whole book and he became devotee. So you see, one sentence exactly hit him. That is the power of Prabhupada books. But we should be convinced that these books can bring about revolution in the impious lives of world's misdirected civilization. What is that? Uh, तद्वाग्विसर्गो जनकतागविप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबध्यवत्यपि नमान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधव. So explanation we already gave. That literature which is filled with name, fame, qualities, pastimes of the Lord, is a wonderful creation to bring about revolution in the world's misdirected civilization, in the lives of world's misdirected civilization. So we should be convinced of this message of Bhagavatam given by Prabhupada through his books. Then he says, Aniyacho Jati Prabhu Amare Nachate, Nachao Nachao Prabhu, Nachao Se Mate. Oh Lord, I am just like a puppet in your hands. So if you have brought me here to dance, then make me dance. Make me dance, oh Lord. Kashtera Putali Jatha, Nachao Se Mate. Make me dance as you like. So we should become puppets in the hands of Krishna, who is the supreme puppeteer. We are anyway puppets in the hands of Maya. That is inevitable. You cannot avoid being a puppet. You cannot say, I am a master. I will be the puppeteer and I will control many puppets. Forget it. That will never happen. We are already all dancing toys in the hands of Maya. So just hand over the ropes of your life to Krishna. Krishna, let him be the puppeteer. He will mm, he'll orchestrate your life in so wonderfully. That's what Arjun did. One of the names of Krishna is Rajjudhar. Rajju is the reins, the ropes of the chariot, and he holds them. He became charioteer of Krishna. He is Parthasarthi. But what is he doing? Rajjudhar. He's holding those ropes. He's driving the horses. So Arjun in the beginning of war only, when that that Shakti or Shaktiman, Duryodhan came, and when Krishna had proposed, at one side my Narayani Sena will be there of 1,000 soldiers, very powerful, invincible, and another side myself will be there without any weapons. Choice is yours. Both the parties, and every party can choose one of the two. So then Arjun's turn came first, and Arjun said, "Oh Krishna, I want you only. Let Duryodhana and others have your Sena." Then Krishna said, Duryodhana, is it okay? Arjun is asking for me. Then you are left with Narayan. He said, yeah, it's okay. Arjun wants like that. And in the mind, he was thinking, what a fool Arjun is. He has chosen Krishna, who is useless. He's not going to fight. He's not going to raise any weapon. Useless fellow. What a fool Arjun is. Good. I got this Narayani Sena. Because Arjun got first chance, I was worried. He will ask for Narayani Sena, then I'll be left with this useless Krishna. Good. And then he said, okay, he left. And then Krishna asked, Are Arjun, how did you choose me? You know, I'm not going to raise any weapon, not use any weapon. I will be useless for you. He said, No, Lord, and I want you to be my charioteer. You be my charioteer. And not only I hand over the ropes of my chariot to you, I hand over the ropes of my life to you. You handle my life. And that is the reason also Krishna mesmerized him, Krishna illusioned him through Yoga Maya. And because he handed over the ropes of his life, he's fully surrendered. So through that fully surrendered soul, Krishna wanted Bhagavad Gita to be learned by all of us. And Krishna did all that, Bhagavad Gita's message. So we should become puppets in the hands of Krishna. Bhakti nahi beda nahi nama kubo daro. Bhakti Vedanta nama eve sarthaka karo. I have no devotion, nor do I have any knowledge, but I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. I have been designated as Bhakti Vedanta, and now, if you like, you can fulfill the real purport of Bhakti Vedanta. So, such an amazing understanding. His name is Bhakti Vedanta. Bhakti is the end of Vedanta, Veda, that understanding. So he said, I don't have Bhakti, I don't have Ved knowledge, but you can make my name, uh, meaning come true. So utter dependence on Krishna is the foundation of ISKCON. So one should learn this from Prabhupada. If you read Prabhupada books, these books have been written afterwards. You can imagine the foundation only is so powerful. This entire song is the foundation of entire ISKCON movement. So you can imagine the books Prabhupada wrote afterwards. They are just elaboration of this only, that mood. Though philosophy is there, Krishna is the supreme absolute truth, the six opulences, Pavarga, and this and that, that is all there. But all through it, Prabhupada's mood is there. Mission is also very nicely, wonderfully explained. This should be spread all over the world and that. But the mood of Prabhupada is most important. So this whole song reveals Prabhupada's mood of being a humble, uh, very pure, fully surrendered puppet in the hands of the topmost patriarch, Krishna. Fully dependent on Krishna. Absolutely having no worth of himself, feeling oneself himself worthless, but feeling Krishna is all capable. Krishna can do wonders. And please, oh Lord, use me in your hands. I'm ready to repeat your words. So this mood is the foundation of ISKCON. And this is what, if we imbibe, then you are in ISKCON. Then you are a follower of Prabhupada. For that, we should read Prabhupada books also, so that we are getting that mood very clearly. One of the 12 what you call principles of Shastric study in ISKCON, which we teach in Bhakti Shastra, is mood and mission. Prabhupada's mood and Prabhupada's mission. So mission is there revealed, and we are already in mission in one sense. We are distributing books, we are doing many things, but the mood has to be understood properly. Otherwise, only going for mission, we may eventually look for commission. Dhanam Janam Sundari. Because we don't know the mood. Here you see what commission is asking. Absolutely not. Krishna's mission is Prabhupada's mission. And he's saying also humbly, I'm not sure exactly what mission you have, but you have brought me here. That means you have some mission. So use me. I'm ready to use, ready to be used as a puppet in your hand. The Prabhupada's mood was exactly fitting for Krishna's mission to spread all over the world. And in the whole world, there was nobody else apart from Prabhupada to carry forward this mission of Krishna. That's why he and he alone was chosen. Many are called, few are chosen. But one is fully chosen here. He is the commander in chief of Lord Chaitanya's army. In Sri Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu telling that the commander in chief, Mora Sanapati Bhakta, will come and he'll spread this knowledge of Krishna consciousness all over the world. Some sinful people will run away from India to other countries, and my Senapati Bhakta will chase them there, catch them there, and give them Krishna consciousness there. So who went there? To America, to Japan, to Australia, to Russia, to England, Prabhupada. So Prabhupada is only that Senapati Bhakta, the commander-in-chief of Lord Chaitanya Sankirtan army. We are so very blessed. When we become pure devotees, then we will cry continuously, thinking of our fortune. That what a great founder Acharya we have. My grandfather, isn't it? My spiritual master, my father's father, my grandfather. Okay, any question? It is very deep actually, because our mood is, we are moody. We sat also in the class after eating moody. And that is once in a while for breaking fast. But more than that, we have mood swings. Sometimes we feel like this, sometimes we feel exactly opposite. But Prabhupada's mood, if we tune in with, we'll be blessed. We'll become pure devotees, not at the time of death, much before that. Much before. Anyway, any question? Yeah. The more PG and Topa and the early devotees who joined this, they were so much fired up. So is this more coming to only association or some past security or both are in action. Just like Daiva and Purusharth, as far as material life goes, Daiva is Karmana Daiva Netrena. As for Purva Janma Sukruti, Agre Dhavati Dhavati. Whatever Sukruti you have done, and Dushkriti also is running ahead of you. And you reach a spot and you get your Sukruti result or Dushkruti result. Because that thing reaches before you only. It is waiting for you there. And you reach there and you get it at the proper time. That is Daiva. Things are destined. That's what Prahlad also says in the 6th chapter of 7th canto, 3rd verse. Sukham indriyakam daitya deha yogena dehina sarvatra labhyate daiva yatha dukkham ayatnata. Just like misery comes in life without asking, happiness will also come without your asking. It's fixed. You cannot change. You cannot change. X amount of happiness, Y amount of distress is going to come. The form will change, but the amount will remain the same. Isn't it? Like you may be 10 crore owner, but 10 crore rupees may be in the form of one house, which is of 5 crore, and then 5 crore rupees of cash. You understand? Or it can be 10 crore of cash also. Or it can be 10 crore rupees of house. Anytime you sell it, you have 10 crore. So the form may be different, but the amount is the same, 10 crore only. Likewise, your happiness is fixed, distress is fixed. It cannot be changed. That is Daiva. And then there is another thing called as Purusharth. What you do now is forming your future. So same thing in spiritual life also. Krishna says that in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe, Yogo Brashta Bhajayate, Atva Yogi Nam Eva, Kule Bhavati Dhimatam, Etaddi Durlabhataram, Loke Janma Yadi Drusham. That those who practice this yoga, whichever yoga, it is eternal. So whatever is done, that is in permanent account. And then one carries it forward. Because of his yoga practice, if he has done some practice, he will be born in rich families. There are two rich families, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. Prabhupada, you can see how he writes. Kshatriyas, they are the administrative class. For Vaishyas, in the bracket, sometimes he writes well-to-do merchants. Well-to-do means financially well off. Vaishyas are having a lot of money. They have Krushi, Goraksha, Vanijam. So one will be born in such a family, then what? Then there is no need of money. No worries of money. Like in the NIT Warangal, we had one very brilliant student, Nimai Nitai Prabhu, Nirav Shah, from Gujarat, Baroda. He was having father who had a factory, who has a factory, huge factory, having lakhs and crores of rupees of earning. But still, because he was brilliant boy, he came to NIT Warangal and he was all throughout a topper of his branch, mechanical, I think, like that. And he was the top leader of NIT Warangal. I met him first time in 2003, and I found, my God, one boy is enough. He can make whole preaching flourish like anything. When I returned from Pune, first visit, outstation also, and first visit to NIT also. First time in my life I came across NIT boys. So when I came to Pune, devotees asked, "So how was it? How was it?" I said, "It was wonderful. Wonderful. And I was telling about him also. One boy is there, Nirav, very fired up. He already has learned Kartal. I was taking device sessions for them. Three were conducted by Sadhu Seva Prabhu, Sadhu Sang Prabhu, I think. Not Sadhu Sang. I forgot the name. By my senior. But then he fell sick terribly and he could not preach only. And he was feeling bad. Three sessions are over, boys are having that fire. And if long 2 months are already over, I think. So if nobody goes, it will be problem. So he called Rajeshambro and said, if only some preacher if you send, then the boys can be taken out. So then Rajeshambro asked me. I said, okay. So I went and I conducted, I think, fourth, fifth, sixth sessions. They had their tech fest that time. So wonderful, powerful. So what I was telling, the beginning. What was your question? We went too far. So if you have lot of money, you're born in such rich family, you are not. He did not have to do BTech from NIT Warangal. He did it. That is another thing because the whole father's factory is for him only. He's going to be the owner. But okay, just learned mechanical engineering. Something may be helpful in his company. So very powerful. So one will be born in rich family. Somebody who has done more bhakti will be born in Shuchinam family. That is Brahmin family. And Brahmin family from childhood only he will know Vishnu Sahasranam. He will know how to offer bhoga to the Lord. Shaligram Shila worship will be there. So many things will be there. Mhm. Vishnu, so many things. So that way he can proceed further in spiritual life. And somebody, Athava Yoginam Eva Kule Bhavati Dhimatam. One who has done lot of bhakti, he will be born in a Vaishnava family only. Maybe to our 16 rounder initiated disciple couples of ISKCON. And from childhood only Kantimala, yes, is given prasadam, no onion garlic. And deities of Gaur Nitaya or Radha Krishna or Jagannath Baldev Subhadra are in the house daily. Like Prabhupada was born to Gaur Monday. Daily he would get up by hearing the sound of bell ringing. Ding, 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 ding. And Abhay would get up. He would, Gaur Monday is already woken up. He has taken bath and is worshipping Govindji in the house. It's a nice samskara. So this is one thing. And other thing is association. Now also what we do matters. So atva yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam etadhi durlabhataram. This is most rare thing to be born in a Vaishnava family. Loke janma yadidrushim. But even if not born, then Sukruti can be created now also by devotees. There are two types of preaching. One is normal, Swabhaviki, and other is Balotpadita. Devotees can catch one and preach to him and transfer all his conviction to them. And that person is also fired up. Because of the continuous association of such fired up devotee, you will, though you are not having that Sukruti from previous life, now in this life, you are ready for this, what that devotee is offering. You can go ahead. You can work out very nicely. You will also be instrumental in spreading this Krishna consciousness far and wide. So both things are in action. Out of humility, one should feel I am very fallen and all that. I don't have any past Sukruti. But devotees are wonderful. They are very merciful. And they are giving me their mercy. Let me grab it and let me go ahead in life like that. So then person also can go on. Despite all the conditioning, he will easily overcome. As Krishna says in the 18th chapter, Mat chitta sarva durgani, mat prasadat tarishyasi, yatha chettu ahankara, na shroshasi vinangshasi. Mat chitta, just fix your mind upon me, Krishna is saying. Mat chitta sarva durgani, all the obstacles, mat prasadat, by my mercy, tarishyasi, you will cross them over. Atha chettu ahankara, but if you fall victim to false pride, what is the sign of false pride? Na shroshasi, you will not hear me. That means you will not hear Guru, you will not hear Vaishnavas. Atachettu ahankara na shroshasi vinangshasi, you will perish, you will be destroyed. So we can take shelter now also. And then there are no obstacles. Your conditioning is nothing. Jagai Mata, you see what conditioning? Who can say I'm at par with Jagai Mata? In fact, there is much more bigger sinner than these two also, combined also. That is Chandrai. That was he was delivered by Narottam Das Thakur Maharaj. So very powerful personality. That Chandra was very sinful. Anyway, so we have to see. In both the cases, we have to feel that I am lowly fallen, and we have to grab on to the process, mercy that is flowing fully. Then we get delivered. And in fact, not only you get delivered, you will deliver many others, millions. Anything else? Hare Krishna.
We know that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, but how do we realize that? Prabhuji? But when we say that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, but the realization does not come, and we fall prey to Maya again and again. And various times, what happens that we tend to neglect our duties, maybe devotional duties, and tend to think that अगर इस टाइम पे पढ़ लेता तो like that thoughts comes.
Padleta means material studies. That is because we have attachment to worldly people. Why you have so much attachment to your studies, college, and all that? Because of your parents mainly. In the childhood, how many of us were eager to go to school? First day. How many of you ran to school? I'm going to school. Today's the first day, isn't it? I ran away from the school, and I was not going to school. I was given slaps and all that. My father beat me with the umbrella. By mistake, spoke went in my foot. Now also the mark is there in the skin. So and the blood came, and I started crying. My mother said, "What is this? Why are you beating him? See, blood is coming." So poor fellow, my father had to stop like that. So, but then after some days, that wound was filled up. Again, my father was after me, and that time he employed one outside man. He was very powerful, and he just gave some 2 3 slaps. And I was crying, and then somebody put sugar in my mouth, and I was tears were there, and I was eating also, but that sweet was. And then he put me on his shoulders only, one leg here, one leg here. I was 6 year old, na? So he took me to school. So when I went to school, inside this classroom only he kept me, and then I was wondering, यहाँ से भागना होगा क्या करें in Anganwadi. This is like what you call LKG or something. What I did there, I was forced. I went, and then afternoon I told my teacher I want to go to pass water. So there in the village, na, there's no toilet bathroom. On the road only you have to pass water. So I passed water and I ran away from there to home. That was the only half day I attended LKG. And the first class, then here he put me in the classroom. Then I was यहाँ से भी भागना होगा. So then I made the excuse कि water pass करने दे. तो बोले वो उधर है पीछे. There was washroom there. I thought this doesn't work here. Then I said I have to go to pass stool. So they said that arrangement is not here. Go home and then come back. Then I went home. I did not come back. So we did not have any attachment for studies. I'm giving my example. You also must be having similar, isn't it? But then because you are attached to your parents, and parents are study, 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 become engineer, be a bigger donkey than all other donkeys. Huh? You should not only do BTech, don't be just a donkey, be Maha donkey, be MTech also. And best is you become Gardavasur, Dhenukasur, means child of Dhenukasur by becoming doctorate, PhD. MS in US, like that. So because of your attachment to them, you have so much. Now you have become attached now to studies, and you also have become now attached to money. So you're thinking very high placed job that will make me well placed, and I'll have at least 1 lakh rupees of income per month, or if possible 1.2 lakhs, maybe 1.6 lakhs, like that. There are jobs offering more also, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs job also, three more than three also. Anyway, so this is all because of the utter association, and that is strangling you. Prasangam ajram pasham atmano kavayo vidu. I think I explained that material attachment is like a strong noose around one's existence, and then it strangles one, suffocates one. One is experiencing deadly distress in one's life. Sayeva sadhu shukruto. If only you dovetail your attachment to a sadhu who is attached to Krishna fully. Prabhupada was asked by George Harrison that there are so many speakers, so many preachers of Bhagavad Gita. So how to know who is the best? Prabhupada said very simple. Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whosoever is most addicted to Krishna, he is the best preacher of Bhagavad Gita, and we should hear Bhagavad Gita from him. So if only we dovetail our attachment to Prabhupada, to pure devotees, to sadhus, then moksha dwaram apavaran, the doors of liberation will be wide open. Then we will not be attached to this thing. We will do that worldly duties. And I was also engineering student. I also studied. I also passed my exams. I got degree of engineering, but I was not interested in it. first semester, I was not in ISKCON. So I would go, I don't know how often, once in a month, once in a week or fortnight. I would go to that. I was in electrical department. So electrical engineering building was there, that wing. So at the ground floor, on one board, there was that placement board. Hmm, which boy or girl got placed through electrical engineering, which company, how much is the package per month and all that, or annum per annum. So I would go and see, okay, this company, okay, this is very famous company, and this boy got placed, and okay, so I would see, it's my future, like that. So in the first semester, January '96, in the second semester, I met His Grace Radhesham Prabhu, MTech IIT Powai gold medalist. I did not know this means sadhu. I thought, just like in college, I attended many seminars in the first semester. So many people came. Art of living people also came. So I thought some person in formal dress will come, shirt, pant, maybe kurta pajama, something like that. That's how the seminars happened in the college seminar hall for us. But then here kirtan sound was coming. I thought kirtan. I thought okay, chalo Bhagavad Gita, religious kirtan. There's so many shoes outside, chappals. Oh, many boys have come. Then I saw the room was packed. So many boys had come. Then I had not seen Radhesham Prabhu. Through door, I saw many boys. Radhesham Prabhu was sitting on it. When I entered, then I saw the sadhu is sitting on some asana on the ground. And he's playing mridang and sound system in front, and kirtan is going on. Hare Krishna, very sweet singer. And other boys are repeating. So I also repeated. I was wondering who is this person? Where is that Radhesham Das MTech IIT gold medal will speak on Gita? Maybe he will come. This is warming up session. Some sadhu is invited because Gita class like that. And after the kirtan, then he only started prayers and he only started class. I think he's the one or what? Maybe he's Radhesham Das or what? And then I was stunned by the end. He is only Radhesham Das. MTech IIT Powai gold medal. My God. I never knew Sadhu has dedicated himself. I thought, wow, this is what is required. Wonderful preacher, educated, speaks fluent English. At the end, he said, any question? And so many boys asked so many questions, and he answered everything wonderfully, quoting from scripture. Wow, great. So it was very appealing. So then I became attached to Sadhu, and then it was very easy. Then I don't remember ever going to that placement board. Forget that board. I don't think I went to that ground floor also, because my floor afterwards in second final year, second third final, that was on first floor. I did not go only to that placement board. I was already placed in international company, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON. The MD or whatever you call owner was Prabhupada. I was well placed. Full time job in all three shifts with absolutely no burden of carrying any salary of cash. Full bliss, 24 by 7. I never went to that placement office. I had hell with all that. I wanted to give up on the engineering, but I knew Radhesham Prabhu will never allow. He wanted me to be degree holder, which was then what to do? I cannot escape because he's the one who will allow me to be a brahmachari. Or he can say, no, you cannot be a brahmachari in Pune temple. Get out. So then his permission, his blessings were required. And he would not have allowed me without engineering degree. So I completed my engineering. But I had absolutely no interest. Absolutely no interest in masses. I certainly had contamination of material desire of wanting that degree on my name. Sundarshyam Das, electrical engineer, some engineer, something like that. It doesn't matter only. So many introductions, so many places. No? So Prabhuji has done his mechanical engineering. I wanting mechanical engineering. Somewhere he has done civil engineering. Somewhere he has done chemical engineering. Then after, earlier I would become disturbed. What is this? I have done electrical engineering, and he is announcing mechanical engineering. Then after few years, I thought, "Arey, hell with all things." Anyway, this engineering means Shudra only. He's just telling what kind of Shudra I was. Whether I was a mechanical Shudra or chemical Shudra, civil Shudra. He doesn't know I was electrical Shudra. How does it matter? Basically, he's introducing that this Prabhu is Shudra. So type Y to tell, isn't it? He's a Shudra with 10 rupees in his pocket. No, no, 12 rupees or 11 rupees. Shudra only. So then afterwards, now anything they introduce, no problem. I keep quiet. Let him introduce. And that was long before. So now that electrical and all doesn't carry any meaning. Engineering also doesn't have any value. But I have that tag. It is impressive in some places where people, गांव में तो है साधु इंजीनियर इंजीनियर साधु 26 साल पहले छोड़ दिया। अच्छा, ये साधु इंजीनियरिंग जॉब ही नहीं किया, पक्का साधु है। Like that. So anything, it's okay. So you have to become attached to devotees. In 1998, January onwards, every weekend I would go to Mumbai, Shri Radha Gopinath temple to attend classes of His Holiness Radhanand Swami Maharaj. I was addicted. This was before my initiation. Every weekend. Sometimes I would bunk college on Monday, Tuesday. But Tuesday evening, some festival was there. Maharaj will give class. So I got so much association of Maharaj. Once I played Mridang also. For him, playing Mridang is only two people. Govind Prabhu, senior most, whom Maharaj had personally taught how the beat should be and all that. And another one congregation member who was not married, a young boy, but he was very expert. I think Govind Prabhu taught him. So only these two people would play for Maharaj. Either him or they would always be there. One of the two, always. And Gaurang Prabhu also did not, never played for His Holiness Radha Swami. Those years, 1998. And somehow one time in one Pandal program, small setting, so Maharaj had not come and brahmacharis were there. I was playing Mridang. Somebody was leading Kirtan. And suddenly Maharaj came, we bowed down. He sat on the top asan and he started Kirtan. And I was having Mridang because I was playing Mridang. So I asked the brahmachari, now Maharaj, now those two were not there only. So I said, who will play? They said, we don't know. You were playing till now, you only continue. I think, my God, for Maharaj, where is Govind Prabhu? And I'm not even brahmachari, not even initiated. So then Maharaj had closed eyes and he took Kartal and Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. My heart was palpitating, but anyway, I started playing 17. And then very soon in seconds, Maharaj understood, Arey, Govind Prabhu is not there, that Prabhu is not there, somebody else is only there. So he got disturbed. I could clearly see, eyes closed, disturbance, and then he opened eyes and he was looking who is playing. And then he looked, I was there on the right side. Then he looked all around, searching whether somebody better can play. Then nobody in the audience, and those two were not there only. So then he understood there is no option. He was also a player. So he closed eyes and all throughout 10 minutes or 7 minutes, he tolerated. And I was so fearful. My God. It was very clear that he wanted somebody else to play, but then nobody else. I matched, but it was like no match because he was very grave and very powerful. And eventually, when it becomes fast and all, you have to really use a lot of energy. But anyway, so I became addicted to Maharaj, attached to him like anything. So much so that I decided, means there was thought in my mind, I should join Radha Gopinath temple only, Mumbai only, as a brahmachari. I had to be brahmachari, but where choice was with me only. So thought was coming again and again. We were be teased by I Pune boys, our friends in our voice. Hey, me and my friend Sri Guru Chandru. Yeah, these two are IY Bombay boys. These are not IY Pune boys. They would tease us because every weekend when IYF meetings would be there in temple, Kunjaveri temple, we would be not there. We would be in Radha Gopinath temple. And I was more there. Like, so I was thinking I should join there because Maharaj is there. He would be 7 months in India and 5 months in America. And 7 months, mostly he would be in Bombay only. Rarely, sometimes Pune, sometimes Belgaum, but mostly in Bombay. So I thought I will join Bombay only. I'll get a lot of Ashwin of Maharaj. Maharaj knew me personally. He embraced me. So many times he punched me lovingly on my forehead. He asked after my initiation, so Sundarshyam, how did you find your name? Previous day was the initiation. Next day only he asked me, so how did you find your name? He called me directly by name. Sundarshyam, so how did you find your name? I said, very nice, Maharaj. Thank you very much. Then he laughed. He was happy that I was happy with that name. Like that. So it was very close association. So I was very attached to Maharaj. But while joining again, I thought, no, Radheshampur has sacrificed so much. He was brahmachari in Bombay and he left it because Maharaj instructed him to preach in Pune. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj asked His Holiness Radha Maharaj that you have so many educated brahmachari disciples. If you can send few in Pune, Pune is a very terrible shape. It will be helpful. Pune is a very wonderful city. It can flourish. So he's a senior god brother for Maharaj. And then Maharaj thought, and then Maharaj called Gaurang Prabhu and Radhesham Prabhu that one of you can go. Can you go? Gaurang said, no, Maharaj, I will not go. This is a multi-guru temple. Lot of fights there. I will not. He directly, he is in Sakyaras, so to say. And then Maharaj asked Radhesham Prabhu, yes, Maharaj, you want, I will go. I'll try. with your blessings. Sundarshyam Prabhu. So much sacrifice he did for giving up Guru's association. And then I thought I will also. And from Pune, we'll go to Bombay whenever possible. Vani is ultimately supreme. So much attachment was there. I was least bothered about engineering, my mother, father, relatives, nothing. The whole world died for me. Only Guru Maharaj, only Prabhupada, only devotees, ISKCON. That's it. Nothing exists. So that was all by association. Every semester, second semester, I was in hostel. Then third semester beginning only. In third semester onwards, I shifted in the voice. 1st July 1996. Then onwards, my record is I never went home in all the vacation. After exam, third semester exam, winter vacation of 20-25 days. I went to Kunjaberi temple with all my luggage, stayed there only. I would assist brahmacharis in their services, going in the evening for preaching programs with them. They would play mridang, I would play kartal. They would give class, I would listen. In the evening, coming back with them. And then the daytime services, Radhesham Prabhu and many other brahmacharis. Few others, there were very few brahmacharis then. In 1996, there were 8 brahmacharis. That's it. They were all seniors, and none of them were engineers. They were different. The engineers started joining after 96. In 97 onwards, they started joining. First batch, first devotee. My counselor only, Prem Nidhi. He was the first one to join from educated background. Gaur Sundar Prabhu, like that. So then that 20-25 days, nicely staying there, studying Prabhupada books whenever I got time, assisting in all services. And when the fourth semester began, then the first weekend, my hometown was just 96 kilometers. First weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I went home. And Monday morning, 6:30, I left because 10:30 was college. I came back to college. That's it. And then summer vacation of 30-35 days, more longer, completely in Kunjaveri temple. Then next, fifth semester, that got over. Winter vacation in Kunjaveri temple, all 20-25 days. Then sixth semester got over in temple only. Full, no going home at all. And every time, what excuse parents will ask, na, Arey, vacation. No, next semester, engineering is not like, 10th, 11th and all that. Very difficult, You want me to pass and score or not? Yeah. So I need to study. I'll stay in temple. I'll take my college books and I'll study there. Yeah, be there. I never carried any book there. I studied only Prabhupada books because I did not tell them I was preparing for final exam of death. Why that Prabhupada books are the syllabus. And Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the only answer we have to write. So, and then seventh semester got over, winter vacation. Eighth semester, Hari Bol. I'm a liberated soul. No more college. Then I fully joined. 5:30 I came out of examination hall. 7 o'clock I joined Kunjaveri temple, which was 10-12 kilometers away. And I had to pack up half luggage I packed before going for exam. 2:30 was exam, 2:30 to 5:30 the afternoon. So before that I packed half luggage. Then I felt, hey, revision also you have to do to pass the exam also. So keep this winding up after the exam. So then I kept that like that only. I studied, revised also, then given fine. And then half was remaining. I packed it up. 6:30 I left, and at 7 o'clock we reached and joined as a brahmachari. So attachment to sadhus is required. Brahmacharis and sannyasis. You'll forget the whole world. Nothing exists. Shunyaitam jagat sarvam Govinda Virayaname. Guru Maharaj Virayaname. Bhakta Gan Virayaname. So we have to become completely attached, isn't it? So stay with them, hear from them, assist them in their services. You'll become completely attached. And then we'll do our worldly duties, passing exam. What is it? Engineering. So Shudra only. Anytime people introduce me as Shudra, as a engineer, as an engineer sadhu, in the mind I feel, even with according to my Varnashram, I was born in a higher caste. I was not a Shudra born. I was not born in a Shudra family. But because I did engineering, I went down. I became Shudra. If I would have remained illiterate as it is. My father was a what do you call, shopkeeper. I would have continued as a shopkeeper. I would have been a Vaishya. But because I did engineering, I fell down to lower level of being a Shudra. But okay, nowadays शूद्रों का बोलबाला है सब नौटंकी वाले हॉलीवुड बॉलीवुड एक्टर्स एंड एक्ट्रेसेस उनका बोलबाला है. People appreciate them so much, isn't it? Heroes, heroines. So okay, engineers also, no problem. So become attached to devotees, and then you will not be attached to all this. वो पढ़ाई क्या है? वो तो मैं I was very studious. I studied like anything. Then when I studied engineering and all, I thought इसमें तो कुछ दम ही नहीं है. क्या है ये सब? Matter. Better टमाटर. पेट तो भरता है थोड़ा बहुत. ये मैटर से तो कुछ भी नहीं. Matter does not matter. Spirit does. There is a slogan on T-shirt. Matter does not matter. And like this is there now, your floor of this terrace. So you just break it all and make it a lump of it. Then it's all soil. And you can make bricks out of it. You can use it here. It doesn't matter whether this form, that form. It's immaterial. But spirit does. Got it? So become attached to devotees. Stay with them, hear from them, and serve them, assist them. Then you'll become fully attached to them. And material world will not exist for you. Yes, any other question? Prabhupada also, though he was a Grahastha, he studied Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books. If you want to read, you can read this Our Srila Prabhupada, A Friend to All, by Her Grace Mula Prakriti Mataji. One of my most favorite books. It impressed me with Prabhupada's early life. Mataji worked hard for 25 years, interviewing many of Prabhupada's acquaintances, friends, god brothers, sannyasis, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's disciples. 25 years of hard work, recording also, meeting and making this book. But unfortunately, before she published it, she left body. But wonderful service she did. I'm sure she went back to God. So that book is one of my most favorite books. Very nice book. You can read it. Avashila Prabhupada, Friend to All. How Prabhupada was friendly. So many examples, so many life instances from his life. Very friendly, very friendly. Children, with the Goswamis of Vrindavan, Radha Damodar temple and others. How to be a wonderful preacher, how to be a friend, you can know from Prabhupada. Yes. Any other question? Okay, mood is clear. So we'll end. Srila Prabhupada ki, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness ki, Srila Prabhupada entering in America ki, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
Let us thank His Grace Sundarshyam Prabhu who gave the wonderful lecture. If you have any questions, Prabhuji is there for today and tomorrow. You can meet person Prabhuji and clarify your doubts during your breaks, college breaks. And today evening and tomorrow morning Prabhuji will be there. So tomorrow afternoon and evening Prabhuji are staying. So we would like to thank Sundarshyam Prabhuji. We'll all chanting 3 times. Hari Bol! Hari Bol!
Chalo, let us have Mangala Aarti before it converts into Madhyana Aarti. Yeah, somebody has boiled. It is already there in the room. What happened? After the Mangala Aarti.